Okay, I'm just starting this recording section. Okay. Okay. So other than this metal master record, vendor master record, and info record, we have other master data also in the MM. Okay. So that was the source list. So I hope everyone knows about the source list. Okay. So the source list is nothing but like a list of the vendors who were supplying the goods to these products. Okay, in the plant. So why we need this one? Because we have multiple vendors. Okay, multiple suppliers. So the person whoever they're creating the requisitions or might be they're creating the order, they're not aware about that who is my regular vendor. So there are so many vendors are there. Say if I'm getting the rice, Sonamasu rice, so there are so many distributors are there in the outside. So I don't know who is my best vendor and who is my regular vendors and to whom with my contracts and schedule agreement we have. So what we will do in the source list, we'll be maintaining that the list of the vendors who supplying the goods to this material and in the particular plant. Okay, maybe plant to plant, it will be changed, right? So especially for the plant level, for this material, who will be there distributing this product, the suppliers. So we can say the vendor, we can say vendor, we can say supplier, we can say source of supply. Okay, so these three are meaning are same. Okay, source of supply and the supplier and vendor. Okay, now, sir, is it only for the maintaining the list of the vendors? No, we also have the other features for this source list. Okay, so the first one is list of the vendors for the material. Okay, under plant. Okay, that is one. And the second one is a regular vendor, regular or fixed vendor. Okay, so out of I have suppose I have 10 vendors. So out of 10 vendors, who will be my fixed vendors? So this with these vendors might be I can plan something which is like maybe I can generate automatic POs. So some companies how it will be happen. Few companies there are so many purchase requisitions which is created automatically from the planning, right? So in the MRP, material requirement planning, I think we have already discussed about this point. So material requirement planning, what will be happen? The system will be generating automatically the planning documents, like it might be purchase requisitions and plan orders. Okay, so when it is created purchase requisition, so if suppose my company is a big client, they have the universal global distribution. So when it is creating 1 lakh purchase requisition, if I need to do the manual creation of POs from the PRs, it is too difficult, right? So in that case, what will be happen? Our client there decided that okay, automatic PO creation from the fixed vendors. So those cases, what will happen? The system will look into that. Okay, what is the main fixed vendor for this material and plant? Okay, so when it is maintained in the source list and info record, you have maintained the prices, whatever the required information, which is whatever which the required information which we are entering in the PO, that information if we capturing from the PR and info record and from the source list, then the system automatically creating the automatic purchase orders from the purchase requisition. We don't need to be do anything manually. So the program will be running automatically in the background job. Okay, that background job will be creating the automatic purchase orders. Okay, so that is the concept. So those cases, this source list fixed vendor will be very helpful. Okay, other than this one, we can also block the vendor. Okay, so block the vendor. Why, sir? Why we need to block the vendor? So if I have the vendors, okay, let it be. Why we need to be maintain the block vendor? Why? Because why we need to block this one? Suppose let's say, okay, might be last month or past historical data, which I just understand that the vendor he is not supplying goods properly. Okay, might be a particular season he is not supplying the goods properly, or it may be demand is high. I will be purchasing from these vendors only, especially for the when the demand is high, because when there is a demand high, might be we will not get the stock from the outside. So there is a scenario like, let's assume that milk. Okay, milk I can get in the winter season and rainy season. I can get it from the farmers directly, and even I can get from the outside easily. But some cases in the summer season, what will happen? There is too high demand for this milk, so might be I cannot get it all the products which we ordered from the regular vendors. Might be those cases we need to be these vendors, but these vendors are maybe some more expensive because he's not my regular vendor. They might be they can charge more comparing to the my regular vendors. But it is my demand, so obviously I have to purchase some products from that guy. So what we'll do, we'll be blocking these goods for a particular period from the, especially for the when winter season is started or rainy season started. From rainy to winter will close and will be again summer season will open. Okay, so like my we can especially we can block the period level. Okay, so that is the one blocked. These are all will be particular period only. Especially period, what period we want to be blocked, you can do it. Other than this one, okay, you can also plan for the agreements. Okay, so if there is any scheduling agreements are there, outline agreements are there. Okay, so this is the one concept of scheduling agreement. So what will be happen in the scheduling agreement? Okay, so we will be this is a long-term agreement between the vendor and client. So the client will decide that, okay, boss, so I will purchase 1 lakh products from you for next 1 year. Okay, this is the plan. So I will be predefined the schedule. So when I require this product, maybe next month I need 1,000 quantity, and again on December again 1,000 quantity. So like I will be define these predefined schedules before that only. So what we will do, we can do these schedule lines will be generated automatically when there is a planning will be generated in the MRP level. So we can maintain that the outline agreements contracts in the further information in the source list. Okay, and when you maintain the info record, suppose you have the info record for this materials, okay, and you have the condition, you already maintain the prices with the combination of vendors. Suppose let's say I have material A, material have the 6 vendors. So these already I have created the info record. Then the system will generate the automatically the source list based on the vendors which you maintain in the info record. So even automatic generation of the source list also it's possible. So it is not necessary we need to be create manually. Okay, we can also generate automatically. Clear? Any questions on this source list?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's go to the SAP. We can try in the SAP how we can do. Okay, let's go to ME01. Okay, so let's see. There is a material, right? We have this material, right? Suppose I just removing this one. Suppose let's say I'm just removing this one. Okay. Now, so this is the transaction code ME01. Okay, we can create the source list. Okay, and where we can see this report, where we can see this one, we can see in the ME in the table level EORD table. Okay, table level it is EORD table. We can see that the list of the source list which we already created. Suppose for this material, okay, I didn't create it as of now, right? So there is no interest here. Okay. Now let's create that. Okay, so there is a button here. Okay, generate the records. Okay, so when I just click on here, a particular period, what will be happen? The system will be generating that automatically based on the my info record, whatever it is created, and what is the schedule agreement which is created automatically. Those already okay, whatever it is there, it will be displayed automatically. So you just click on this one, the system will generating automatically a source list, and it will be we can see that, okay, the combinations like with other purchase organizations and the same purchase organization, or this, there's so many combinations we have, right? So in info record that we can see here. Okay, or if you want to be maintained manually also, you can maintain the source list manually also. Suppose I'm just creating like, okay, this is the vendor, this is the, what is the vendor? 6 series 1. Okay, so this is the one. Then JB one. Okay, and I'm just putting this is the fixed vendor. Okay, so when I just mentioned this is the fixed vendor, okay, what will happen? Okay, whenever we creating automatic POs, the system will be obviously trying to capture this vendor as a regular vendor. Okay, and if the agreement, if I have the agreement is there, suppose let's say I have the agreement like this one. So what I can do, I can put it like here. Okay, this schedule agreement I have. So please generate the schedule lines when we creating the planning. Okay, so this planning is the MRP related. So when we're discussing about the material requirement planning, there we can discuss about this one. I will show you one more time to you in MD04. Okay, when I'm just entering these details, okay, so that will be captured. So this is the same, right? Agreement number. This is the agreement number. Okay, this agreement will be displayed at what are the schedule lines which is generated, which is captured in the, which is maintained in the scheduling agreement. That will be displayed here. If you can see here, okay, this is the agreement. In this agreement, okay, will be maintaining that when I require. Suppose third I need 100 quantity, fifth I need 100 quantity, seventh I need 100 quantity. Like I'll be maintaining that multiple dates when is the my requirement. So that will be automatically generating in the planning. So that the planning, who are the running the planning, okay, they will be have the idea about that. Okay, this is the we are planned. Okay, so we will be expecting this one the goals today. Okay, so like they will be looking into that. Clear? So in this schedule agreement, if you want to be captured here, the planning that you need to be activate this MRP. We need to be mentioned that this is MRP related. The schedule lines should be generated. Okay. So this is the way we'll be creating manually. You can create a number of records and number of vendors you can maintain, or if you getting difficulty to maintain, okay, if you already, okay, existing source list will be not changed or deleted, or whatever you can do it, and then you can generate here. Okay. Any questions?
Sir, here agreement number, how it will be generated?
How it will be generated? We created automatic, already created. In the ME31L, we'll be creating an agreement, long-term agreement. That's why. So we'll discuss this point when we're talking about the schedule agreement. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this is a separate concept. Agreements, contract and schedule agreements are the separate concept. Okay. When we're discussing about this point, okay, this you'll be getting idea. Okay. So here what we'll do, so I'm just going to ME display. Okay, this is the agreement which we created. In this agreement, what I just mentioned, this is the material number and this is the quantity, target quantity which is, okay, and this is the price which you maintain here. Okay, and the vendor details also here maintained. We also maintain the who is the vendor also. Okay, who is the plant address and who will be the delivery schedules also we maintain. Okay, these delivery schedules are planned. That means predefined schedules. That means we are informing to the vendor, boss, just plan this one. Next 6 months or 8 months, this is my plan. Okay, based on that, whenever there is a requirement is there, they will be sending the goods. So for this, again, you don't need to create any PO manually. Why? Because you already create the schedule agreement, right? You already informed to the vendor, boss, this is my plan. So whenever that time, whenever it is reached, the vendor can send the stock to us. Okay. So then we can receive directly GR. We don't need to do the any PO creation for the scheduling agreement. Okay, so that we'll discuss about the when we're talking about outline agreements. But I'm just explaining here when it will be helpful to you. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yes, please. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, sir. This source list is only for this creation of automatic PO, automatic PO.
Okay.
Yeah, only for automatic PO we create a source list, right?
No. It is useful for a number of. It's not only for this one. Okay. What will be happen if suppose let's see. It is also proposing. Okay. It is also proposing that. Okay. Let me create first. Okay. I'm just putting one vendor is a fixed vendor. Suppose 10061. Okay. So what will be happen here? It's one is at the time of planning. Okay. And the second one is when it will be automatic PO creation. And third one is in the purchase equation when you creating. Suppose I'm just creating purchase equation. Let's say create a purchase equation. So in the purchase equation, okay, generally we will not enter the material, vendor number, right? Okay, but if you already maintain the source list, okay, if you already maintain the source list and if you have fixed vendor, okay, what we can do, there is a source of supply option either. Okay, so generally you can maintain here if you have the info record number, so fixed vendors, if anything is there, you can maintain. But in case if you already maintain the source list and info record, what you can do, you can click on the assign source of supply. Okay, so then the whatever it is fixed the vendor. Okay, the fixed vendor whatever it is maintained here. If you see that in the 604, okay, 604, which we already mentioned that this is fixed vendor. So obviously it is automatically capturing this information from the source list, and this combination whatever the info record which is already created, that information everything it is captured. Clear? And moreover blocking also blocked. If you, especially if you want to be blocked a particular period, okay, from unto period, okay, you can block the codes. So when you're blocking this one, suppose let's say I'm just mentioning 5. Let's save this one first. I'm blocking this one. Okay, just what I'm doing here, I'm just changing this one. Okay, so okay, if you automatically assigning this one, it will be changing. Then okay, we'll do one thing. We'll remove this one. Okay, here, and I'm just trying to create a PO manually. Okay, once you save the PR. So I have created a PR. Now I'm creating the PO. From purchase acquisition, I'm just creating the PO. Okay, now I'm just entering this whatever it is blocked. Okay, from my end, whatever it is blocked, I'm just mentioning those vendors here. I'm just mentioning this here and okay. So here the source of supply blocked according to the source list. That means so when the user is trying to create with this vendor, so the system not allowing because it is blocked here. Okay, is it clear?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, now other than
So
this
for
yeah, please.
hello.
Yeah, please, yeah.
So for each and every matter, we have to create separate source list, right?
Yeah, master data and all we need to create every time. Whenever you're creating material or whenever you're creating vendor, those combination you have to be create one-time record. So this one-time record will be helpful to you for the transactions. So every time you have to be create, or you can generate from the source automatic creation. So based on info records, whatever it is there, it will be generated.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And where is
So can you explain a bit about difference between the purchase info record as well as the source list?
Okay, purchase info record. Can you say that what is my regular vendor? If I have the 5 info records, see here, if you I'm just going to the table, okay, for the same material, let's say I have where is my material number? The EANA, go to EANA. Okay, I'm just having this one. Can you say that who is my regular vendor here out of these 5 vendors? Can you say that who is my regular vendor?
No, sir. Apart from that, taking the regular vendor and the fixed vendor and like a blocking vendor, blocking vendor. Apart from these two, is there any difference will be have? Maybe if, can you please let me know let us know the difference between sir info record as well as
the major concept itself, it is a list of vendors, right? Because info record is you're creating each and every individual vendor side you're creating. So every time you want to be check that who are the vendors for this material, how you can see that?
Okay.
Okay, for one material, if you want to see that, I have 100 suppliers are there. How you can get that information?
That maybe we can check it in source list.
You cannot ask this difference here. Why? Because that concept is completely different. This concept is completely different. That is the record which we are maintaining, that especially this material you are buying from this vendor, then what are the information which is required, that information we are maintaining. But here, this is a list. Okay, this is the like, I have this many of the vendors I have. It's not only for especially one vendor. We are talking about 100 vendors we have. Right. So the concept itself is different, right? You cannot compare both, right?
No, nothing, sir. For comparing in the sense like to understand, right? That is the reason we are.
Yeah. That's right. Understand it. Okay. And the one more thing, okay. If suppose the vendor is saying that, okay, without source list, the procurement team should not create any PO for the material. Okay, so in case the client is saying that, okay, the concept is very good, so might be people are doing like without creating the source list, okay, they are planning to create the PO. In that case, what will happen? So we can restrict that without creating the source list. If we want to be restrict that, okay, boss, you should not create any PO without creating the source list. That means the PO is looking at something from the source list, which you need to be maintained. Okay, so that was one requirement which you are getting from the client. So those cases, what you need to do? In the source list, you need to be put it like, okay, this is the mandatory, okay. In the purchasing define source requirement at plant level. What you need to do in your plant, okay, you need to be activate. Okay, so when you activated this one, okay, that means especially in this plant, the source list we are looking into the as a mandatory, and you can also restrict that. Okay, it's not required for all the materials, especially few materials if you required. What you need to do, you need to go to the metal master record. In the metal master record, okay, there is a purchasing view. In the purchasing view, there will be a checkbox for the source list. Okay, so if you selected this one, particular this material, the source list is requirement is mandatory. Okay, so that means if you are creating purchase order without creating the source list, the system will be generating the error message. Boss, for this combination, we should be creating. You should be have the source list. So how it will be works? Let's go to that ME01. Okay, I'm just deleting all these entries. Okay, I'm saving this one. So now the source list having 0. vendors, okay, the list of vendors. Now I'm just creating that the PO. So see here, it will be give error message that material not included in source list despite source list requirement. That means the system is looking that, okay, you need to be create the source list for this combination, then only I can accept to create a PO. Okay, this is one requirement from client. Okay, is it clear? What is the requirement? Now,
Yes.
when we creating that the source list and all, okay, when you creating the source list and all, and save this one, then you can go to ME21N, and whatever the vendor you entered, that vendor have the source list. Okay, now there is no message. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir, clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the about of the source list. Okay, so it's too very valuable where it is exactly in the PR level. Okay, in the purchase requisition level. Okay, so when you creating the purchase requisition, you can also the system will be automatically advising that, oh, if there is no fixed vendor, suppose let's say if there is no fixed vendor, how the system will be identifying here? Okay, so what's the material number? If there is no, suppose let's say there is no fixed vendor. Okay, all the vendors we are maintained, but we don't have any source fixed vendor. So how the system will understood that which vendor have to create? Anyone? Okay, so now I'm just clicking on assign source of supply. So then the system what will be happen? It is displaying that all the vendors because I don't have fixed vendor. So how the system also propose that which vendor I have to do? So system will not propose, right? Because I don't have the fixed vendor, right? So from there you can find that, okay, based on the price and based on all the calculation, you can see that, okay, if there is any prices and what price simulations, everything, which you can see that, and you can select that whatever the best vendor. You can select, suppose let's say this is the best vendor, suppose, okay, I can just select this one, then it will be go to sensor, then it automatically it will be captured. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so if we don't have fixed vendor also, you can select from the list of the vendors, it will be displayed. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, then good. Okay, then that is the source list. Okay, the next master record is condition records. Condition records. Okay, so what is the purpose of the condition records?
Price, you are asking price determination.
Yeah. So when we're talking about a price, okay, when we're talking about a price, okay, so we have two types of pricing conditions. Okay, so there is a two condition types are there. Condition types is nothing but like a to segregate the prices, we are maintaining one condition type, like a gross price, net price, okay, freight charges, packing charges, okay, like to differentiate that, we are creating each and every one cost we are creating for the one condition type. Okay, so when we talking about the condition types or pricing condition, we have two types of pricing condition. One is time dependent condition type, time dependent, and one is time independent. Okay. So what is the difference between the time dependent and time independent? So when we're talking about a time dependent, okay, when we're talking about a time dependent, okay, in the time dependent, what will happen? Okay, we are defining particular period. Okay, let's say suppose for 1 week, next 1 week, this is the price. Okay, particular period we are defining the price. Okay, whatever it may be, it may be whatever the price, maybe freight charges, basic price, or it may be packing charges, what it may be, whatever it may be. The combinations like the search functionalities will be there. The search functionality, it is nothing but like a when there is a combinations like material plant vendor combination, material plant combination, material info record combination. So there is a sequence are there. So we can search how the client is looking in that. Okay. So when it is a time dependent condition type, okay, when it is time dependent condition type, it is especially we are defining for the particular period. Okay. So if suppose there is a that time it is like 10/00 or 3/2022 to okay 2020 okay 10/31st 12/2022. That means especially this 3 months period, the price will be which we are maintaining that okay this price will be 100 rupees, 100 euros. Okay. So that is the we are defining before only the time dependent condition. So time independent conditions, there is no period here. We will not maintain this price at the time of before only. Okay, where at the time of creation of the purchase order, we will be entering manually these prices. Okay, this is the manually entering these prices at the time of PO creation. So it is not depending on the in any period. That means it is only for the especially for the one purchase order. That purchase order, whatever you enter manually, that is the only for the valid for the only that purchase order. But whatever time dependent, if you see that will be valid for the n number of purchase orders. Whatever the n number of purchase orders which you create a particular period from the October 3rd to 31st of December. Okay, whatever purchase orders which is created, the system obviously it is looking into the search functionalities and it will be capturing this price automatically into PO. So basically it is like an automatic price picking. You can say automatic price picking. Okay, and this will be the manual entering, manual enter price. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the transaction code we are creating MEK1 from a. So this condition records is not only it is ST have condition records, PP have condition records, FI have the condition record. Everyone have their own condition records. From point of view, we are going to MEK1 table. T code for condition record maintenance. Price. This is the price condition records maintenance. Okay. So in MEK1, you need to be select that the combination you need to be defined. So this is the one topic which is like a pricing procedure. Okay. So in the pricing procedure, this is the one kind of the activity, pricing condition record. Okay, I will show you that how it will be works. But when we discussing about the pricing procedure, we'll discuss deeply. Okay. Okay, let's go to MEK1. Okay, in MEK1, okay, for basic price, okay, we can enter a PB00. Okay, so you can search in the F4. There are so many condition types are there: gross and net and discounts, surcharges, market input tax, output tax, sales tax. Okay, there's so many things there. Okay, we can take it up. PB00 is the standard gross price. Okay, standard gross price, the basic price of the material. Okay, so when just click on this combination, okay, there are so many combinations are there. Okay, so again we can customize this one. This is not standard. We can customize that what option we require, what option it is not required. In the real time, this is the practice server, right? So many people they are trying the different ways. So we can see the list of the so many such strategies, so many combinations. But generally you can create whatever it is required. Okay, might be the combination like material and plant vendor. This combination I require. Okay, then I can create only that is only this combination. I don't need all these things. Okay, clear? Okay. Now I'm just entering here material plant vendor combination. I just want to be maintained. Suppose my material it is there. Okay, what is my material here? Okay, so this is my material. Okay, the material number, and we can enter that the plant. Well, let's say ZAB2 I'm taking, and whoever the vendors which is there. Let's suppose I have different vendors, right? So I can maintain. Suppose this guy is let's say 170 euros. Okay, so that euros and the particular period. If it is 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it is like you can maintain that record. Okay. So if you remember that in info record, if you see that we maintain this price in info record, if you see that if you go to ME13, okay, if you see that in the condition tab, okay, we maintain this PB00 manually. Okay, so if you maintain already condition record, then automatically it will be captured. Okay, the price will be automatically captured. You don't need to be entered manually at the time of info record. Okay, but if you need to be maintained, you can maintain here. Okay, so the material which is not yet maintained at ZAB2, let's say I'm just going with ZAB1 only. Okay, so like you can create combinations like different vendors, multiple vendors. Suppose I have the multiple vendors, right? Let's see. So there's so many vendors are there. So what I will do, I will just maintaining that. Okay, I'm just maintaining like. Okay, so these combinations I'm just maintaining that. Okay, this is the 170, 160, or it is like 120, or it is like 180. Okay, it is like 100. Okay, so like I just maintain the combinations which is okay, and if it is particular period, if you want to be maintained, you can maintain also particular period as well. So in the real time, how it will be there? They will be creating program. Okay, in the program they will be entering Excel file. Okay, by using abapers they will create and they will be entering at a time. Why? Because in the real time what will be happen? There are 1 lakh materials are there. For 1 lakh materials you want to be update in the metal master record, in the condition record, it's very difficult, right? What they will do? They will be creating Excel file. In the Excel file they will maintain. So by using the above program, they will be just uploading that program, and the system will automatically generating in the background what are the prices they entered. That prices will be updated. Okay. Now I'm just saving this one. Okay. Now I can see go to display as well. Okay. These combinations, whatever it is there, the combination you can see here. Okay. This is the combination which I maintain. So how it will be works here? Okay. While creating PO, purchase order, when I'm just creating the purchase order here, the purchase order when I'm just creating, okay, when suppose let's say I'm just going with the first vendor. And okay. So I'm just enter the price, see, okay. So this is INR, it is converted. Okay. So it is euro I maintained, that conversion is happening. That conversion also, if you see in the top, you can see this conversion, okay. Conversion also you can see here, one INR with the INR. If you want to see that in euros, okay, that euros will be conversion to 54,255. So that conversion also you can see here, okay. So the combination, if you see that 1,00587, which is 160 euros, that is 160 euros which is copied here, okay. And if I just change this price, this vendor, so I'm just changing it to 597. This is 597, I just maintain. Then automatically it is updated like 120. This is 120, this is 120. Okay, if suppose I just maintain this 1000604. Okay, automatically the prices will be captured. Okay, this vendor is not maintained per organization. Okay, maybe it is in the ZABC. Let's say ZABC. Okay, now automatically it is captured 180 rupees. So the prices automatically captured here, the condition record that when you maintain it automatically. Okay, so how it is very helpful when the new guy or somebody who creating PO, they are not aware about what is the price. Okay, even some people, they are not able to see this information also. They will hide this information. So it automatically picking the prices from the condition record. So again, the user, it's not required to enter manually. It will be automatically updated. It's not only for the gross price, or what are the conditions which we have, like freight, surcharges, discounts, so many other things are there. It will be captured automatically when you maintain. So that is the purpose of the condition record. It is not only for MM, it is SD also they have. Okay, if you are talking about SD, it is VK11. Okay, we are talking about MK11, right? Here a VK11. Okay, and from the FI side, it is FE11. Okay, so different people, they have the different modules, they have different transaction code from their side. From our side, it is MEK1. Clear? Any condition, any price condition you can. So, sir, how is there any doubt on the time independent? Is there any doubt on the time dependent and time independent?
No, sir.
No. Okay. See, I have doubt. Okay, how the system will understood that whether this is a time dependent condition type or time independent condition type? So we cannot maintain. It's not possible for all the condition type. Only few condition types only we can create condition records. How? Okay. So for this, what we'll do in the configuration level pricing procedure. Okay, in the pricing procedure, what we'll do, we'll be maintaining that. Suppose I'm just going to PB00. We'll be maintaining that axis sequence. Okay, you go to this one. We'll be maintaining this axis sequence. Okay, in this axis sequence, what we are maintaining that. We are maintaining that records. Okay, what is the combination which is such fun? There are so many combinations are there, right? So one is material plant and vendor combination, purchase document and combination. There are so many other combinations are there. So these combinations, okay, the system will be allowing to create the condition record. If this axis sequence which is not assigned, okay, suppose there is a PB XX there. So this is also purpose of the gross price only, and PB00 also it is the purpose of the gross price only. But how the system will understood that it is manual or it is a time dependent based on the go to here. If the axis sequence is not allowed, then it is a manual entry. And there is some priority also it is there. Manual entry has the priority, automation it is a priority, that's control also it is there. So this is the pricing procedure related. Okay, I'm just showing that where exactly it will be work. Okay, and if you don't have this condition record, suppose you didn't maintain the condition record, suppose let's say, then what you can do, you can use that PBWX and you can maintain the details. Okay, so whatever it is, manual entry, whatever it is there, that you can. Clear? So PBWX is the manual entry and PB00 is the automatic entry. Clear?
Okay, okay, sir.
Any questions on this one?
Sir, after defining the price in time dependent, even though time is not completed, if at all market price goes down, then it is possible we can enter
Yeah,
manual price.
you can change. Okay, if you want to go maintain, suppose let's say I have maintained this condition records. Suppose let's say what are the condition record which is maintained now? Let's say I make K2. I'm just want to go with the whatever existing which I maintain. Sorry. Okay, I just go into this combination, whatever it is maintained now. Okay, suppose this is the my vendor. Okay, and now it is there in the till 10th, right? Okay, suppose let's assume that tomorrow it is changing. Okay, what you can do directly, you can go to MEK1. Okay, and you can maintain again this combination. Okay, suppose 1064, right? That's 1064. Again, you can maintain like, okay, tomorrow the prices were changed. Okay, you can maintain like this one. Okay, then you can maintain that from tomorrow onwards, the price will be changed. So when you maintain this from tomorrow, okay, then it is whatever it is created, the previous one, it is only valid till today only. Tomorrow it will be again changed. Okay. So whenever the dates which you are entering that, based on the previous dates, whatever it is there, that will be adjusted. Clear? Is that this is the one, right? Your doubt.
Yes.
Okay. So now, if you see that here, I'm just entering that. Okay, some other date. Okay, this is the which we updated from 04 to 0. Why? Because I entered that valid on 7th. I want to check that on 7th what is the price. So that price is updated the latest one, which is 4th. From the 4th onwards, it is impacted. If suppose I just want to see today rate, okay, that might be different again. So that price will be the previous one, which we are maintained. That will be that price. So that is the price which is like we maintain $180. That is only updated today. It's only valid today only. So tomorrow onwards it's changed. So when you create a new record, the whole record will be automatically adjusted. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. And so this is the one thing which is a condition record. So every module have their own one condition record. Okay. So any doubts on this source list? Any doubts on this one source list? Okay. So as of now, we discussed about middle master record, vendor master record, info record, source list, and these condition records. Okay. So these are the major master records in the SAP. And other than this one, we have the source list, service master record, that is the AC01. Here we can create that, okay, your own the activity as a service. Okay, so you should not change this one activity number, it will automatically come. And here you need to be that, okay, made service. Suppose let's say made service. Okay, text change allowed. Okay, if you want to put, you can change. And what is the category of this one? Is that your construction, plant maintenance, basic service, company service, house service? Okay, if you want, you can create your own document type also, service category also. Okay, so let's say I'm just putting like inventory and activity, AU, activity unit. Okay, so made services. Okay, this will be the again which we already discussed about, right? If from without material, how it will be work, it will be we are entering the material group. Okay, so here you can enter that what the kind of the material group it is there. You can enter material group and other details if you want. You can enter. If you want to be enter the valuation class also, you can enter. Especially if there is any change it is there for the services, you can maintain that. Okay. So other things and all, it will be purchasing data if you want to be maintain those details. Okay, if you want to be block for services, block for procurement. Okay, and EA number if you have anything that you can maintain. Okay, and this time management and all, it will be work for the labor work, those HR related. When you for HR it is there, those cases it will be work. Okay, and again you can maybe you can use this wallpapering. So this is service category type. So this is the text. If you want to maintain any text or internal work, is there anything which is you can maintain that. Okay, for the HR purpose it is majorly. Okay, and internal work, if you have activation under, it's like a alternate unit of one activity. If suppose there is a inside the this activity, maybe main services, again there will be a separate activities are there. You can maintain that activity. Suppose one activity should be like so let's see how whatever it is there service like. So I'm just maintaining that 10 minutes. It is like, or it's time something like 10 minutes. One activity it is called 10 minutes. 10 minutes internal work. Okay. So like you can maintain whether it is a tax, it is tax applicable full tax or off tax. It is how it will be like. You can maintain for the country level. Okay. And you can maintain this service master record. That service master record number you can use when you are creating the service POs. Okay, so this is small. Okay, and most of the people they can directly create the service PO. I think we last time we discussed about that account assignment category and service when we are entering this one. Okay, we can enter the service master record, or we don't. If we don't have service master record, we can directly create a service PO with a material description without entering the service master record. So the activity number it is automatically created, right? This is activity number when you're creating the PO, service PO. Like suppose ME21N, I'm just creating the service PO. So when it is creating services related, you can enter this service number here. Okay, and you can enter the details, whatever it is required. Okay, so it will automatically capture this information. Get the service number from service number made. Okay, how many activity units are there? One activity unit. So what is the price? 100 rupees price. Okay, so those details you can enter here. Okay, somewhat the metal group and those information will be captured automatically. Clear? So again, if you need to do more, again, suppose here you can maintain the prices here, condition level. In the condition level, again, if you want to maintain like what prices it is like, anything additional charges or taxes which is there, that you can capture here. Clear? So this is the, we'll discuss again service PO process. Okay.
Is there any document type will be getting changed or same document?
No, we can use the same document type, no problem. There is no restriction on the document type. So this is the, if it is customized one, okay, you need to be cross-check that whether this document type is allowing for the services or not. Okay, so there is a combination with that. Okay, at the time of creation of purchase order, when you, if you want to create your own purchasing document type, okay, in this purchasing document type for the purchase order, what you need to do, you need to be check that what item category should be allowed. Okay, if suppose I'm just going to NB document type, if you see that, if you just selected that, what item category should be allowed. So in the, suppose I just remove this services here, and the system will not accept to create the PO with this document type for the services because I removed here. So what item category should be allowed for this document type, that is also it is required. Okay, this is the one control. If you document type level, if you considering if the client is asking that I need separate document type for the services, what I can do, I can just creating this document type separately. Suppose I'm just creating, I'm just copying this one existing and creating that. Suppose that SO I'm creating and service PO creating. Okay. Then what we will do, I will go to allowed item categories here. What I will do, I will remove all the things here which is supporting. I'm just only leaving the services. Okay. So, okay, sorry, I'm just want to remove this one. I'm just deleting this one. Okay. And it will be allowing only services now. Now, when I'm just creating the PO, ME21N, okay, what I can do, I can go to my customized document type, ZS4 service PO. Okay, then I will be entering other details. See, automatically it is captured D. Without I am entering that manually, it is automatically captured because it is only allowing the item category D. It is not allowing other things. See here, I have only option of D. If I have selected NB document type, okay, I can see that there are so many item categories allowed. Suppose I'm just selected NB, then it will display all the things, standard, limit, consumer, subcontract, all the process will be allowed. But if I select only service order, the DESVO, okay, then it will be only display the services. Clear? So this is what you are asking, right? Which document type you want to use?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Got it.
Okay. Okay. So other than this one, we have one more also quota arrangement, but that is not much important. We just understand the concept. Okay. So there is a MEQ1 table. Okay, MEQ1 table. Okay, sorry, not table, T code. Okay, what we will do here in the quota arrangement for the material and plant combination. Okay, if I have the multiple vendors are there, okay. Okay, you need to be accurate. Okay, okay, that's okay. Okay, if suppose till it is 24, okay, minimum split is 100. Okay, so what we can do that n number of vendors we can maintain and we can arrange the quotas. So last time when we discussed about that, quota arrangement, it is nothing but like if I have huge requirement, but supplier cannot supply that much of that. What we are doing, we are dividing this to multiple quotas. Like vendor A can supply 1,000 quantity, vendor B can supply 1,500 quantity. Like I'm just validating that. Okay, then I'm just mentioning here. Okay, what kind of a procurement here? External procurement. Okay. Okay, so here you can put it like quota array usage. Okay, so here you can mention that what is the quota element number specified that portion of the requirement to be procured from the given supplier. Suppose 10% from this guy. Okay, like so how many vendors are there you have, you can mention that. What the vendors we have, let's see. 0, 1. I'm just mentioning for this guy 50%. Okay. And this guy is 20%. This is for 30%. Okay. Windows 587. Okay, so when we dividing like this one, okay, so we just arrange the quotas. Okay, so you can see here, so number specifying which portion of the requirement is to be procured from the given. So from this vendor, how, okay, we are giving that how much we can allow that the quantity. If certain material is to be procured for alternative from the different vendors, you can create quota arrangement for each item for each vendor. Assign quota to sketch. The system then select the effective source of supply at the my given time by means of the formula. Okay. So here what we have in maximum quantity. Suppose let's say maximum quantity I can supply 10,000 here. 1,000, let's say 1,000, and this can be supplied 10,000, and this will be the supply 100, and okay, 100. Okay, so you can maximum, you can mention whatever it is like, and this is the priority. Maybe you can have a priority is there here. Okay. This is a priority like 1, 2, 3 priority. So once you maintain this one, okay, it is there is some dump it is there. What will be happen if I created this one? Okay, when you creating the PR, so the assigned source of supply. If you see that the assigned source of supply, based on your order quantity, the system will suggest that with vendor have to be suggested that multiple. If you have the multiple vendors, we can. If there's huge requirement is there, it will be allotted that who can supply this vendor from the quotas. Okay, so it is there is a problem. It is there in this program. Okay, this above dump it is coming. Somebody deactivated. Okay, so this is actually the progress. So if I have some other server, I will display sometime later. Okay, but this is not important, not much important here. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, but this material master record, vendor master record, info record, source list, condition records are regular master data which we are regularly using for each company. Every company they are using. So any doubts till here? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so as of now we completed the enterprise structure, we completed master data, and we completed P2P cycle. So tomorrow onwards we'll discuss about the special stock procurement. Okay, each and every process how it will be like. Okay, so might be if you want you can use your own materials, you can use our own company code, plant, whatever you want, you can use and you can do the process. Okay, once the special stock procurement which is completed, we'll discuss about the main topics which is like integration points, wherever it is the configuration which is required. Okay, FIMM integration, approval strategies, batch management. So those we will discuss about. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so don't miss from the tomorrow classes. Okay, tomorrow onwards, at least all are it is very important. Okay, these enterprise structures and these master data are okay. These are regular activities, but comparing to the process wise, okay, process are very important. Special stock documents are very important, and moreover, the configuration, automatic account determination, pricing procedure, batch management, release strategies, split valuations. Some of the very, very important are the output determination. Okay, so these are very, very important. Okay, clear? Any questions?
Sir, I have a question, but not on the today topic.
Okay, well, just a minute. I'm just stopping recording. Okay.